Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a coffee talk, my friends. But it's only me today. Unfortunately, Pilgrim is out doing some veteran stuff. I believe he'll be back next week. But good morning. How's everyone's Sunday going? We got O'Brute, Wayne, Terry, Randall's here, Sasquatch, Stickler. Thanks for the sub there, Stickler. Quotal's in the house as well. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Well, here we are. 46 days. Is it 46? Where is that? 43 days till Christmas. How did it sneak up on us like that? Got a nice coffee. I got the Pilgrim scent mug here in his honor. So hopefully we get some good stories from him. We actually, on the stream yesterday, did he discuss it on stream? I think he did. He met Princess Anne, I believe. One of the royals came by and they had a little chat at the Veterans Riders or whatever they call it. So that's a good deal. I rage quit a little bit yesterday, just a little bit. I got about 2 hours into it and things were poor. They were not good. Not good. 1500 in Bucharest, right on. I was going to say, I usually say I try not to rage quit, but I guess it's happened several times in the recent past. It was a pain. But we should be streaming tomorrow on Monday, so expect that. Probably late morning, early afternoon. Yeah, Sasquatch, I don't know, man. It was crazy. It just, for those of you who were watching, it just nothing was working. Didn't matter what I did. I had a couple good games in there, but overall it was not good. So tanks on the 100 Battle Challenge, I just finished a couple. We finished the M2Y, which I managed to 2 mark. We finished the Mutant, so the M2Y ended up at 58%. The Mutant I ended up with 54%. Got 1 mark on that one at 100 battles. I'm at 100,000, O'Brute. I did a video last week sometime, I believe, and it might have been Friday. It was the Manticore. So I did a Manticore battle. It was a draw, if you can believe it. Or maybe you do believe that completely. Had everything you would expect out of World of Tanks. A draw. All the great and the miserable stuff. Complete overextension at the beginning, lost most of my hit points. Played really well in the mid to late battles. Got lucky a couple times, both in people shooting at me and me shooting at them. Got unlucky a couple times, and then completely lost SA and did not realize I was out of time. So I'm still running around the map trying to make things happen. I don't know even if I had gone straight at the guy that was on the cap, if I hadn't been able to kill him. I think I was probably relying on a ammo rack to win kind of thing, or a fire, I guess. But we never got that far because I lost SA on the time and ended up time running out before I could get back around. It took the long way around to try to light the guy up, but it was not the right idea. So that was pretty funny. Gonna save your expense. All right, man. Take care, Brute. Later. Yeah, save that data. Actually, he's probably already gone, but Verizon has a foreign deal. I don't know if Bucharest is involved. Maybe not. But a lot of the European countries, it's $10 a day, but it's your unlimited plan. So that becomes expensive over a month, but at least it's unlimited. I don't know, Obandu. It's a good question. I sort of felt the same way, but every time I feel like that, it's not necessarily true when you look at the numbers. But I've had a significant number of them. It feels like. I think if it is happening, which it might be, it has a lot to do with the passivity of gameplay and with the number of TDs that tend to be played, at least in my opinion. But that is completely speculative, anecdotal kind of stuff. So, fiber optics installed, nice. I just got a note. So we belong to the little local yacht club down the street, which sounds more interesting than it really is, but freaking burned down yesterday. Holy crap. I'm like, as soon as this is over, I gotta drive down there. It's like 2 blocks away. Dude, I don't know if it actually burned down, but a significant part of it is fire damage, so it is absolutely closed. Dude, that's where I go sit on the porch and watch the sunset. Jeez. Anyway, What else is going on in Channel News? That's part of Channel News right there. Finished the Mutant, finished the M2Y, brought in the TL7. Let's actually do this here. Brought in the TL7. I'm doing the T832. I have some tier 6s that are, we'll talk about this because we've got a Battle Pass special chapter going on, but these are all finished with Battle Pass points, so I can't play them because they're not giving me any points. Pilgrim is off on a veterans ride, veterans kind of thing, so he's got other duties today. The Giro, so all these tier 6s are kind of sitting around until I get Battle Pass points back for them, which will be after, well, it'll be next year, to be honest. I'm playing a lot of the BZ58-2 and a lot of the 777, which I do better in the 777. I sort of like the BZ better just based on how hard it hits, but I don't know, at 55% with that, 59 with that one. We're sitting at 76 battles on both of those, so those will probably be the next two. Morning, Hedro, how you doing? D. Cardi. Let's see. Yeah, I hear that a lot, Sasquatch, and it drives me a bit crazy because, as you know, or if you don't know, draws are counted as losses in the stats. So essentially, your stats, there is nothing. All a draw does is give the other guy a loss and you a loss. Both of you get a loss. I mean, if that's your thing and that's what you want to do, but I almost never play for a draw. On occasion, I will. But if I'm feeling pithy. But generally, I just, whatever's going on, I try to win it, even if it's not really ever going to happen. So that's 100 Battle Challenge stuff. I did a DCS video. I dropped that yesterday, a little bit late, so if you're interested in that, we did some BFM. Right, your totals go up, right. Yep. So it counts as a loss. Even though it's not, well, it doesn't count as a loss as in it goes in your L column, but it does count on your win-loss percentage. There you go. So that dropped. We did some BFM. There's a bit of the comm in there, as it's not very pristine, and we're still working on it. It's not radio. It's on Discord. I put all the caveats in there, and then we goof around at the end. But just a little taste of how we would actually do it, ish. Trying to get good at this tanking game, watching as I play on the smart TV. All right, right on, man. Battle Pass, there is we're going to talk about this, but Battle Pass has a special chapter. I'm sure you know about that, but it's the Distant Futures chapter. You can get a tank out of it. They dropped that kind of out of nowhere. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's see, we already talked about next stream will be on Monday. And you'll be happy to know Christmas has been decorated in the house. Yeah, you have to finish regular BP before you can start the special chapter. And there are, I think, 40. We'll go over all this stuff here. If you haven't started, you're not really that far behind. Yeah, there's 40. Ho frickin' ho. Yep, everything's out, man. All the Christmas stuff. We had our first little Christmas get together last night. The only thing that's not done is the tree is not decorated because the kids are going to decorate it when they get back from college. So that's a requirement from the house general on how that's going to go down. I think that's it for channel news, guys. That's after Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's what normal people do, Stickler. So that's what people who don't have a Christmas person. Let's put it that way. I was going to say obsessed or some mean word. We'll say for those of you who don't have a Christmas person, then normally sometime after Thanksgiving, I have friends that put it up like maybe a few days before. Like my family would get it up, so to speak, sometimes only like 2 days before. I remember putting the Christmas tree up on Christmas Eve once, but that was purely just my dad getting around to it because of how busy he was trying to run his business. But it was certainly, a couple days before. We almost never had it up. Sometimes it'd be 2 or 3 weeks, but we always had a real tree. So a real tree has sort of got a time, especially back in the day. Back in the day when we didn't have all the keep the tree alive stuff. You just threw some water and whatever in there. But good morning, Sturgy. What's happening? That's actually a good. That's actually a good little tradition there, Sasquatch. Do it on Thanksgiving weekend. Up to 3 losses in a row, but still top 6 each time. Yeah, sometimes that's the best you can expect, Hedgerow. Don't worry about small streaks like that. Snowed 3 times last week? Oh, man. Oh, I thought you had to be finished. Okay, well, I didn't know that. Good, all right, there you go. Good to know. You can switch, so you don't have to finish the main one. All right. There you go. We're going to talk about the timing on that because I found that to be very interesting, actually. Yeah, you can't run both. You have to pick one or the other. Let's get let's go and chill just a little bit before we get into the subjects du jour. I got the blue light special out, fellas. Let's see what we can find. In the stows. Gonna mess with this just a minute. Alright, there we go. Shill is on. Premium shop. There's not a whole lot going on in here, guys. There really isn't. We've got the Astron Rex, which is a pretty good medium tank, autoloader kind of idea. Good point by Wayne over there, 100%. Over there, over there, over there. Can't really get messed up with the backwards thing going on here. Yeah, really, if you're planning on spending money on the game, then you're waiting for the loot boxes, guys. That's always the best deal of the year. Does that mean that 100% it will be this year? No, but I would say if I was a betting man, I say it would be. I wouldn't expect a big change there. We also have some intel on what the new tanks are, which we'll get to later as well. Little foreshadowing going on right there. Astron Rex, the Turtle. Astron Rex is a pretty good frontline tank, although that ends today. The Turtle recently buffed. Interesting tank. The 50 TP prototype is a decent, heavy, premium. The Centurion 5.1 I like. I wouldn't say it's fantastic, but it's a, what would I say? It's a acceptable medium. Let's call it that. Workaday. Workable. There's the T92, which is interesting. What is there only one package for the T92, so to speak? What is going on with that? Are they hidden down here? Okay. Don't know if I've ever seen that before. Huh. Maybe it's on the... We'll go to the other tab that has tanks on it, but at least on this tab, the featured... Wow. Now, it is packaged with 30 days of premium time, so maybe that's what the deal is, but okay. Odd. We'll find out if it's over on the vehicles tab. Gold, nothing really going on here. This is all pretty standard pricing. Premium, same thing. Battle Pass, I already bought the one thing you could buy. And actually, I guess you can also buy the unlocks for the chapters, but I do that through the client with gold instead of money. But that's all old news right there. All right, let's find out. We do have the Cromwell in the featured. Here's the rack again. Here's the Astron Rex. Teutel. And no, it's just a one-off, very odd. I don't know if I've ever noticed. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. So basically, if you want the T92, there's only one package and you're buying 30 days of premium with it. Okay, that's odd. No, yeah, there it is. That's the pack. That's very strange. Kind of going on about that, but I don't know. I don't recall really seeing that very often, if at all. And I guess the... Right on, Diablo. Appreciate it. I guess... Also, this one only has 2 packages. There's 3 for the Turtle. This is standard. There's 3 for the Astron Rex. There's 3 for the rack. There's 2 for the Cromwell, unless there's another one split somewhere else. I only see 2. Alright, well, there you go. Wargaming moves in mysterious ways, my friends. In mysterious ways. Again, though, as somebody noted, Wayne, I would save your money unless you just really have a hankering for one of those specific tanks. Exactly, Cliffy. It has to come in large amounts. Unless you really have a hankering for one of those specific tanks, and I would not say any of those are a really great deal, I would hold on for your loot box mania, because it is coming. All right, so let's jump into, drop that. Go over to missions. For the veterans, you may have picked up and not know it. So if you've got the ID me / what do they call it? Wargaming calls it the hell's it called? Salute, the Salute program. Check your garage. If you did not own a Chrysler K, you do now. A free Tier 8 premium tank. You can log in up to November 16th, guys, so that's 4 more days. And you've got yourself, it's right here in this article. I thought it was a rental or something, but it appears to be the tank because you get a garage slot and a crew. Now here's an interesting thing about this, guys. Here's an interesting thing about this. And let me start off by saying I don't deserve anything for being a veteran or the Salute program, right? If there was nothing in the game, then it would be exactly what I, air quotes, deserve to get from Wargaming. There's no entitlement here. Howsoever, the program does exist, and they do give stuff out, and they do spend money on it, and they do it as an advertising thing to try to bring more people to play. So that's why they do it. What I find fascinating is if you don't have the tank, you get the tank, right? If you do have the tank, you don't get gold compensation, which has been the standard for a long time, although that has eroded to some extent on certain things. You get silver compensation. Now, to Wargaming, that amount of silver, 3,280,000, which I actually didn't know where it came from. I couldn't figure that out. I had 3 million more credits than I had one day. And I looked at it and went, I don't remember grinding that much. I thought it was at 9 million last I looked. Didn't think much of it until I read this article. So that's what happened. But that's their assumption that it's worth that much money. But as we all know, it's not necessarily to us worth that much. Still, it's something. So I know it sounds whiny, but that's not really what I'm saying. I just find it interesting that they're willing to give the tank to people who don't have it, which is a full-up premium, but they're not willing to give the gold compensation or even half of it or something like that. They're going to give the silver, right? Now, again, this is, in their books, the 3,800,000 is worth the same amount as the Chrysler K in terms of real-world money. If you went into their shop and bought a package for the silver, that's what you would pay, although I don't know if you can actually buy just silver. I think it's always packaged with other stuff generally. But I find it interesting and a little bit cheesy, in my opinion, that you've got the program, you've set all this thing up, and nope, if you've got it, you get credits as opposed to gold. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. It just seems strange to me. It seems strange to me. I appreciate the silver. I'll take it. I'm not that worried, right? I have a Chrysler K. I have both of them. I have the 2 versions. So it didn't really matter to me necessarily at the end of the day. But tanks, the premium tanks have generally been compensated for gold. And it just feels like kind of a cheap, unforced thing that they didn't have to do it that way, but they did. You know, I'll tell you what they probably did, to be honest with you, because they keep track of all these things and they like to I'm going to say imagine. Appreciate the hype train, guys. You guys are awesome. Cliffy with a sub. Thanks, man. Fast Red Horse with a sub. Thanks, guys. A hype train. Fantastic. Well, that's like 4 in a row, 5 in a row. Hold on. Let me go to the... I got to go to the record here. What do we got? We got Cliffy 1. Terry cheered some bits. 300 bits. Thanks, man. Cliffy 1. Fast Red Horse. Diablo 2, 3, 4. With Stickler. You guys rock. Thanks, man. Little Christmas comes early. Christmas comes early. Where was I? I was crying about. Okay, that's enough. Whatever. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. I just found it. I found it odd. Or maybe let's beat the dead horse. It's not odd. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Yeah, enjoy your free tank. Just shut up, Guido, and enjoy the free tank or the 3 million credits that you got. But from a industry standpoint, they looked at it and they went, all right, how many people do we have in the salute program? How many of them have the tank? How much of these tanks do we, you know what I mean? They looked at that. They didn't just go, hey, let's just give this tank. They ran those numbers, and then they looked at that in terms of their product and their what that I assume is an inventory kind of idea. I find that very strange in the digital world, but that's how they do it. And they ran all those calculations. Still, though, guys, it's a good deal. Log in, get your stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Mostly it's just me crying because I could have used the gold. No such thing as a free lunch, my friends. No such thing as a free lunch. All right, other things going on. We've got the holy macaroni. Why did they put 2 giant TDs on top of the tree at once? Are you guys enjoying your tier 10 battles chock full of Minotauros and 110 E3s?
Yacht Club burned to the ground.
I know, I heard that. Yeah. As my wife let me know, the Yacht Club burned. Oh, man. Get those medium 15 missions done. Yeah. But it's painful because of the armor on those 2 things. So those are the two... those are the 2 top of the tree things. Yeah, Sasquatch. I don't know. I always wonder why things happen. I'm one of those people that asks questions and then asks questions about the answers to the questions. It does drive people crazy. Most people don't want to think that much. And I'm not saying like I'm some great thinker. It's just they don't want to. It's not interesting to them, or it's not something they worry about. Watt salute, and then there was. Is this the no? Remember the Fallen. So there were some things here for Veterans Day, which that goes to the 17th. Most of these you're just going to get done. It's damage and being the top 11 players, which that's kind of clever actually. 11th, I got that. That's cool. 11 damage, 1100 damage caused. I like that. And so it's just some styles and other goodies. So expect that to show up. And that's it for the missions, guys. That is it from the missions. What else we got? Frontline ends today. So if you haven't started Frontline, then you're probably not finishing it today, I would imagine. And then hot on its heels, as soon as Frontline's done, on Monday, it's Steel Hunter. I don't know. Yay. Yay, I guess. Steel Hunter. And it's Steel Hunter Evolution. Whatever that means. New rules. Oh, great. New rules. Hey, look, this one has a shovel on it. A TS 75 or whatever it is. With a shovel. New modded features. We're going to have abilities. Chance that they drop from supply increases as the battle goes on. We have XP. You get less XP for causing damage. Okay. Spoils of War, along with giving you an increased amount of XP, they speed up your abilities. Danger Zone Countdown. Displayed when you are in the danger zone. Shows how much time you have. Okay. Levers. Players who desert battle get no economic rewards. What? Are they just deserters? I thought you guys just called them deserters, but now levers are deserters. And deserters are levers. Or are we talking about levers? I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't just say deserters. I got an emote. What did I get? Boom. I don't know. Do I get to pick one? I want this guy. No, you don't get to pick one. It just gives you one. Okay. Oops. How do you know which one you got? I don't know. Here. There's one that it showed up on my list, but I don't know what how I got it. Vehicle upgrade. Anyway, there's a bunch of new rules, guys. Somebody needs to show the Incredibles movie to Wargame. If everyone is special, no one is. Yeah. Yeah, there was a discussion actually on the CC Discord about the amount of events that come right after the other. There was good points made on both sides. Obviously, the first point is it's too much. You keep throwing stuff, we can't possibly finish it all. But somebody else made another good point. It's like, well, it's not necessarily a case of the company is trying to get everyone to finish everything. Obviously, they want you to play the game as much as possible, so that's the purpose of it. But it's not necessarily the case that you have to play every single thing that shows up. So some people like certain things, some like other things. I have basically taken the position that I just don't bother with a lot of the stuff. Just play the game if there's something that interests me. As I've said in the past, though, the thing I don't like is having significant content locked behind those particular events, and that's part of the whole FOMO thing. They want people to play. So there is a give and take. At the end of the day, you've got to have your own agency and make your own decisions. It is irritating, though, that things like experimental equipment, you got to play these modes that I can't stand. So I just, whatever, I'll do without. And I think they sort of hurt themselves a bit, even though you can go with the opinion of, hey, people play what they like, and it's good to have a lot of events and pick and choose the one you want. But at the same time, I think it is a bit irritating for their hardcore fans who really feel like they want to play everything when they can't possibly do so without absolutely no-lifing it, over and over. So I think there is a negative return at some point if they go too far with it all. Yeah, experimental equipment. I don't know. Yeah, good point. It feels like abandonware a little bit, Cliffy, doesn't it? And we have multiple examples of that in the game. You have that when you get these big MMOs like this. Stuff gets implemented and then it doesn't get completed and they just sort of abandon it. It works good enough. A great example is the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame has been in beta for 8 years or whatever since it came out. Crew 2.0, half-arsed. Who knows? All that kind of stuff. So there you go. All right, what else we got? In Shilling, Steel Hunter starts. Remember your tokens, guys. You've got we talk about this nearly every week, but this Twitch campaign goes to the 19th. So it looks like that between the 19th and 21st, maybe the 22nd or so, there's probably a Thanksgiving event in there of some kind, and then a pause, and then we'll go into the Christmas stuff, which I thought I had a date on. We did. We looked at a date. Maybe it'll show up again when we're looking through stuff. I don't remember. There is, fascinatingly, apparently a World of Warplanes anniversary, and there's some gold involved in the missions. Does anybody play World of Warplanes? And since that's shared, I think there's a way to grab some gold if you're a Warplanes person. But I don't know what tiers is required. I haven't been into my Warplanes account for a long, long time. But my understanding is there is some Warplanes. Here it is right here. So 22,500 free experience, 48 days of premium days, 3,800 gold. Maybe some other stuff. Planes and crew, but that's... So, anybody do that? Danum, is that true? Is it easy enough to get yourself? That's a lot of gold, actually. 3,800 is a pretty decent amount. It was meant to be better than what you could buy with bonds, but the community backlashed the way they nerfed it into the ground, and now it's pointless. Yeah, I am running a couple of the experimental equipment things right now. The tank I'm using it on are the British wheeled tanks. So I've put the turbo. This one seems to be decent because you can get, if you look at whoever did the comparison, there's not a whole lot of difference between a tier 3, this thing, and most of the other turbos. Plus, you get some extra stuff. So if you're going to run a turbo, this is actually a pretty good deal. As long as it's the tier 3 one. This one's a T2. I actually need to upgrade this. Yeah, go look into it, Dan. So check that out. It looks like you can get some. I mean, the premium days, you probably have those stacked up. But the gold, 3,800 gold, that works in both accounts. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, the other two do seem worthless. They do seem like they're not great. I would agree with that. And that is it, I think, for missions and specials. Let me take a look here at the. Well, there is Black Friday coming up, guys, and Wargaming is jumping on that train again. So just real quick, if you're interested in things like hoodies and stuff like that, which reminds me, I actually have one sitting around. I don't get to use hoodies much around here. I need to go dig that out. It's somewhere. Where is this thing? Right here. So discounts of up to 70%. Ooh. Hoodies and whatnot. I was trying to find, I saw this IR battle tank, and I thought, well, if it's not too expensive, that might be a fun little thing for me and my son to just mess around with on Christmas Day. I sometimes buy just a toy of some kind that he and I can just goof off with during the day, or the weekend. Probably never touch it again kind of idea, just to have a little bit of that Christmas magic chucked in there. But standard Wargaming, man. All right, so no links. You got to go down here. All right, here's the deals. Okay, so Black Friday deals takes you to their page. Black Friday, World of Tanks store. And I'm looking for the IR thing that they showed. So shop by category. No, okay, apparel. Maybe I just missed it. Maybe we'll find it as we go. We've got miniatures game. Okay, there's an arrow. Toys and games. All right, maybe this is where it is. It's buried in here somewhere. Come on, where's the IR tanks? How much are they? $800,000. Am I seeing the same things? I believe I'm seeing the same things over and over again. How many different tank games do they have? What is going on with this? Oh, it's a different tank. Oh, I see. These are tanks. So much like their premiums, buying a model tank is expensive as well. I don't see it. I think I've gone through this once at least. I don't see the IR tank. Oh, is that it? No, that's a miniatures game again. No, there's the patent again. No, so it's not there. These are clearance. Are we clear? What's my clearance? Clearance? I don't know. This is the one I have, I think, right here. I don't. Where is it? I don't know. It's not here. All right, not that one. Okay. No, those are T-shirts. Category. Model kits. Are they apparel? Are they what? Games? Model kits. All right. Yep. We got some metal stuff. We got some metal stuff. They got 15 products. That's it. Okay. On sale. It's on sale. Maybe it's on sale. You see what I'm talking about? What the hell is that? Black Friday. Okay. Wait. It was Black Friday. But that's where I was. That's where I was, B. This is a diecast model. Diecast. Where is it? Where's the IR battle tanks? You don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. Maybe it's here. There's a $300 IS-7. Or a $135 unpainted IS-7. Where is it? Where's the battle? Where's the IR, guys? Nope. Okay. Third page. Where are they? Is this it? Frontier. Puzzle. That's a puzzle. No, that's not what I want. These are models. Okay. Puzzle. No. Collector's something or other. Kit. Collector's kit. It's under remote controlled tanks. Cliffy found it. But why am I not able to find it on this page? Remote controlled tanks is over here. All products. Candle, mouse powder, t-shirt, stickers, poster, plush, pin, filter by type. Update old to new. Accessories. Models. No. Player favorites. No. Black Friday. All products. Price high to low. All right. I like that. There you go. That's thinking. All products. High to low. I like that logical thinking. Let me just... Date, price. High to low. Boom. There it is. No. Wait. Well, it's not as expensive as I thought. Remote control. There it is. IR battle tank. $58. Boom. No information about it. It just is. Description. There we go. There's the information. Why are all their pages needlessly complicated? Honestly. You get a Tiger and a T-3045. Disclaimer. Use under direct adult supervision. I don't know. Maybe. I might do it. I might do it, guys, just for giggles. And then I'll review it. See if it's exactly like the game. No Sherman, Danum. No. Nope. A Tiger and a T-3045, which apparently have white. It's interesting. I wonder why the turrets have to be white. Must have something to do with the IR stuff? Huh. Isn't that interesting? The turrets are white. Don't know. Anyway, there you go. Not as bad as Games Workshop's new website. That was odd to me, though, that you couldn't just find those. That you had to sort. Does it say what? It doesn't really say. World of Tanks, remote-controlled tanks. Don't know. Doesn't seem to be a remote-controlled tanks tab on this anywhere. Category. I know I'm spending a lot of time on this, but I find it interesting. Is it a game? Maybe it's a game. But it's a game. No, it's not a game. All right, that's enough of that. You know that they have those remote control boats that are like balsa wood or whatever. You can actually sink each other. They shoot each other with BB guns, essentially. It's pretty funny. All right, so that is there, guys. Boom. Black Friday, which is this coming... No, not this coming Friday. When is Thanksgiving? Is the... I always forget how Thanksgiving is done. Is it the 4th Sunday? I don't remember. I don't know why I can't ever keep track of Thanksgiving. 23rd. It's a Thursday. All right. 4th Thursday, I think. Or is it always the 24th? Is it always the 24th? Thursday the 24th? Or Thursday? I don't know. I don't know. It's the 23rd, though. See, Cliffy said 24th. This says 23rd. Always falls on the 4th Thursday. We got it. We figured it out. It's always on the 4th Thursday. Which means then the 24th, oh, I think he was saying the 24th is Black Friday. So the 24th is Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. That makes sense. Now, it's all coming together, guys. It's all coming together. It's all understood. Perfectly understood now. I do not go out on Black Friday. I do not. I do not. That is just goof off day because Thursday Thanksgiving is just, it's fun and cool and to some extent relaxing, but not because I do the turkey, then we go over to friends and the big crowd and the football and all the eating and then all the cleaning and all the prep, all the cooking, all the eating, all the cleaning. I mean it's a lot of work for a day you're supposed to be enjoying. ASVAB on the 27th for the National Guard. All right, man. Good luck. Nice. Good luck. Hopefully he does well and has a better pick. Always remember these words, though, Danum. And I'm assuming you know this, but if you don't, pass on to him. I'm sure he may have already done it. But Every single thing he does from then on, in terms of what he's being promised or told, is needs of the Air Force. Needs of the Air Force will trump nearly everything else. And if he is told something on Tuesday, by Wednesday, that could be a very different thing. Needs of the Air Force. Yeah, there's all kinds of other advice going to come in there. But it's you do want to have a plan. You do. That's not to say you just willy-nilly go in there and let the Air Force do whatever it wants to. You have to advocate. You have to try to get your good score. You apply for the things you want to apply for. You try to get the jobs you want. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, it's going to come down to needs of the Air Force. Hopefully, he's able to navigate through that and get in the general direction he wants to go, and that's a good thing. And it can happen. But don't be surprised. Let me put that. You can be upset if something goes sideways, but don't be surprised if it doesn't quite go the way he was told it was going. I love recruiters, but at the same time, they are taught to. I know people say they lie. They're not taught to lie. They are taught to tell a certain truth, which may not have all the details potentially. All right. And that is it for missions and specials, my friends. It is time for subjects du jour, but we'll take a little early break for this. We'll take 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Got to go chat with the wife. She's a bit upset about the whole fire thing. And we'll be right back.
A mysterious chap who spoke in a tongue with strange dialect. He offered his help to the mighty Guido to bring some laughter to his love of speedos. To the coffee talk they both came to bring the message of winning ways to all and sundry and the masses. Yes, that's right, lads and lasses. The damage counts and flexing back will keep you on the right track. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. What if you want to progress? Then seek out Guido nonetheless. With his sidekick Pilgrim, he has a message that to win you must be aggressive. The position and place that you must seek, for the winners only, not the weak. The guru speaks, so listen well. His voice rings out like the Liberty Bell to bring you all to Unicom land, or to die hard trying in the sand. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. To the swamplands came the mountain man to teach his wisdom and pay his due. A man with a name only known to a few. To his followers his words are true. Guido is the man, big and gruff. He used to fly jets, but now he does the tanking stuff. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. The mountains are home where he watches the moose and hummingbirds aplenty. But he saw the need for the Wat community to have a guru and lead them gently. Down the road to Unicom land will die, trying hard in the sand. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. So he broadcast his message far and wide, using YouTube, Twitch, and various means, to lead you to the promised land of WR, win 8 and damage counts, that a mortal man is only stuff of dreams. Win your flank and then go back, was his mantra for the pack, to which they shouted, "Yes, bossman, that we will. Win our flank and then flex back." Guido is his name, tanky is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Now in the shadows came a mysterious chap who spoke in a tongue with strange dialect.
All right, Phils, we are back. Oh, did it end? Did I run out of... I need to put that on loop, I think. All right, where were we? Oh, yeah, subjects du jour. We already talked about the whole Chrysler thing, so we'll just skip that. Available to the 17th of November. We talked about Frontline and many events. I'm stealing all my own thunder, my friends. Stealing all my own thunder. I said we'd talk about the Battle Pass. Had an Air Force scholarship in the 70s, studied weather. When commissioned, they didn't need pilots, so I went into weather. Yeah, my dad got caught up in the early 70s, so when Vietnam stopped, he was flying, and then he got non-rated supplement, I think they called it. So he entered his final assignment was as the chief of police at Hill Air Force Base. Rated pilot. Chief of police, they put him in there. Yeah, that drawdown, then there was one in the 90s. When the wall fell, there was another one there. All right, so we've got this, guys. Distant Futures chapter. I've worked my way up to, I'm working on stage 11. We have until, the 21st? November 20th at 05. Oh, I thought it was the 21st. Okay, so really you have to the 19th. Interesting. Did not realize that. So Sunday the 19th, next week, you've got 8 days counting today. Yeah, really the 19th. So that's faster than I thought. So I'm behind. I have 8 days to do. This is math in public. 8 days to do 29. Diablo's already got the tank because he paid gold. 21st is regular battle pass. So if we've got 8 days, and I have 29 left, I should be able to do this in my head, but I'm too lazy today. Almost 4 a day, so I can still make it with. If I get a little ahead of the game, I can knock it down to 3 a day. You think the Obsidian's a better tank, huh? Yeah. So it was 3,500 buy-in there, Diablo, and did you just slide the slider for the whole thing and not bother to do any of it? It would cost me another 7,500 from the point that I'm at, which would have been 10,000 gold for the tank, which is about right for a tier 8. It's not getting much of a discount. Doing 3K a game in it, yeah. The epic reward will give a full level. That's a good point. How do I know where I am with that? Here. Yeah? Yeah. So I should be able to. 3 times 7 is 21. I don't know if I'm going to trip an epic level in that time. Oh, I may just. So it looks like I've done one, but I don't know if I did it. Probably not. Yeah, I might trip it once. My timing's kind of bad, actually. It looks like, I mean, I have to get 3 a day. Wow. Or can you get 4 of these a day? Is that right? I don't remember how this works. Does the bonus mission count as one of these completed missions? Complete standard, premium, or bonus mission. Oh, each completed standard, premium, and bonus mission count. Oh, I can get 7 a day? Shit, oh, that's great. So I will trip it once. Probably not twice, though. All right, there you go. Yeah, so there's points here, and then the top one's 25. So it's 25, 45, 60, what, 70 Battle Pass points a day from these? If you do all 3 or all 4. All right, so we'll come close, I guess. And then I may have to slide a little bit. And that's my plan. I'll get as close as possible by the 19th, and I'll slide the slider and whatever gold it takes. I got to get it at least below 3,456. I'm about out of gold. They did the whole, if you want to make content, we'll put it on your press account thing, but I didn't bother with that. Is the Foch 155 worth 12,000 bonds? Sure. How many do you have? Are you sitting on a stack of 100,000 or 50 or whatever? It's a bit of a meme tank, to be honest with you. When it works, it really works. But it's also it can also be painful. I mean, what are you doing with the bonds, Stickler? That's what you got to ask yourself. Do you care that much? I mean, you can build more bonds. Bonds are actually not that hard to get. You just have to play tier 10s. That kind of depends on whether you like tier 10 much or not. There are the tier 9 premiums that make bonds. There's a lot of bonds in events. So honestly, I would say, why not? If you want it, get it. Yeah, if you're just stacking it up to stack it up and you have no plan to use it, get it. Who cares? 70,000 bonds sitting around, I would use them. Buy a tank or 2, man. Who cares? Of course, like there's a couple ways to look at that though. If you've got the tanks you like and you're not a collector, but the 155 looks interesting to you, then get it. If you're just collecting it to collect it, keep your bonds, because who knows what kind of thing will come along in a black market. You know what I'm saying? Maybe something you like. So if you're interested in it, get it. And I know you said, is it worth it? But I don't know what worth it is to you. You're probably not going to roll out and just start absolutely crushing everybody with it. I mean, it's not that kind of tank. It can do that because it's pretty interesting when those 750s hit and pen. but it's not easy to make work. Yeah, I would imagine there's a black market coming up pretty soon. But then, we can sort of go through this cycle over and over then, right? Over and over again. Because you can go, well, I'm waiting for a black market. No, I want to get it. No, I'm waiting for a black market. You can always be waiting for something else. Tansu with your bonds? What does that mean? Purple equipment is good to buy as well. Yep. You hated the AMX TD line? Yeah. All right. If you're not, but yeah. Yeah, get the tanks. But that's all, again, it all depends on what you are trying to get out of the game. If you're a collector, hell yeah, get it. You might miss out on buying something for bonds later on. Sometimes they go for, especially the auction ones, they go for crazy amounts of bonds, depending on what the tank is. I mean, imagine, let me just throw this scenario. Imagine they put a chieftain out for bonds in the next, I kind of doubt they would do it, but let's just pretend that they did that. Imagine how many bonds those would go for people who don't have it. Yeah, Diablo has 20,000 is to get campaign tanks. Is that because you're buying equipment all the time? That seems low for you. Seems like you would have a bunch of bonds. All right. So back to this. I found the timing on this to be, and the way they did it to be kind of cheesy, and it sort of goes back to my discussion about how they did the Chrysler K thing, the vet thing. They made no peep that this thing was coming. So let's think about how this happened in the past. That people figured out pretty quickly because they're gamers. Like, oh, we have this special pass because in the last 2 or so they were advertised at some point. So what did people do? I'll let somebody write it in chat. What did they do with the information that this thing was coming? Knowing how Battle Pass worked, and also knowing how they structured the points, which is still bizarre to me why they do it this way. What did people do to prepare? I'll add a clue. To prepare for the Merapass stuff. Yeah. Stored up their tier 6 tanks. Yep. So they sort of tried to stop that last time. Remember, they announced it later. Or maybe it was, I don't remember if they didn't tell us when it was going to happen or something. And then this time, they simply did not included in this survey. What? This time they simply didn't talk about it. They didn't let you know that it was happening. So I'm imagining a significant number of people did not store up tier 6s because I don't think a lot of people figured this was going to happen. So they have successfully navigated past that for the most part, which is cheesy, actually, to me. I find that to be pretty cheesy. And I won't say it's underhanded necessarily, but like most things, when I see them kind of maneuvering through these situations, I find it to be cheesy the way they do it a lot of times. They were clearly trying to stop that. The other part is, obviously, they want the surprise factor and the wow factor. I also get that. And I don't know. Maybe the contract with the Dune people basically said that they had to do it this way. Who knows? There's a million possibilities of how it went. What's interesting also, though, is that Dune got delayed. Is that right? Essentially? And these guys went ahead with this, so the movie didn't come out. I think they were supposed to be concurrent. Yeah, that's what Cliffy just said. So my understanding is the movie got delayed. I didn't know that, actually. Should have come out last weekend. There you go. So there's also potential of some of that stuff. But they didn't let you know. because they could have said, hey, we have a marathon coming. There'll be a marathon attached to this battle pass, right? Or a Marapass, as I call it. I don't know, but maybe they were holding out to figure out what was going on with the movie before they announced it. They probably didn't want to announce. I guess there's another argument to say they didn't want to announce it early, knowing that the movie might get delayed based on their contract with the movie people. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of moving parts here. Who knows? Who knows? The effect, though, for the player was that it came out of nowhere, essentially, and people weren't able to prepare. But I like to think a couple levels deep, so I think to myself, well, people are sort of angry about that. And why are they angry about that? Well, because for some reason, tier 6s have a huge bonus as compared to other tiers. The way they've structured the points is kind of dumb. I don't know why they set it up to where you get a 15% bonus on tier 6s and then a decreasing bonus as you get further up the list. It's very strange to me. So they've sort of created their own monster in terms of that, in my opinion. Yeah, Diablo, that could be it. Yep. Yeah, so I don't know how all that interplays. Maybe this is exactly how they planned it. I don't know. I don't know if it is, changed because of the movie, contracting, whatever, but the effect of it on us as players is that we didn't know it was coming. Nobody was able to set up appropriately for it, and it wouldn't matter. A setup wouldn't really matter if the points weren't so weird with the tanks. Although I suppose if you gave an equal percentage bonus per tier, people would just stack up whatever tier as opposed to just 6. 6 is easy to do because you only need to get to 100. It would be much harder to stack. Say everything was 15%. It would take you longer to stack up more tier 7s, right, than tier 6s. So there you go. Yeah, the actor's strike. The most irrelevant strike of all time. The damn prop in my house that I'm supposed to give the neighbor's kid that's been in my house for 8 months but can't get it until the next season finishes. Oh, they can get fired. So it reaches its claws all the way down to Diablo, who's just trying to give something to a kid. That's funny. Oh, you know what? There's voices here, so this is voice acting. I wonder if that was part of it. Right? The Fremen warrior voice.
Our enemies will rue the day they set foot on Fremen land.
I wonder if that's also in the calculus. Well, I know, but there's still a voice actor unless it's done with AI. Right? It's still they're still potentially part of the whatever it is. The word I can't think of. Actors Guild. Yeah, they're still part of the guild, I would imagine, potentially. Don't know. That is all speculation. It is doable. It is only 40. That is a good point. In fact, if you started now, if you play a lot and you started now, you can still get a lot of it. But remember, you have to activate it, guys. You have to activate it. And if you want the improved side, the bottom side, you have to pay 3,500. This tank will cost you 3,500 gold no matter what, because you can't get the tank unless you buy the improved battle pass for it. So it is not a free tank. Indeed, it is indeed not a free tank. Now you can make an argument that this stuff down here is worth the 3,500, and then the tank is free on top of it. That's the way Wargaming does their math. But however you slice it, you're going to put 3,500 gold into this in order to unlock the ability to unlock the tank. So slow, what's happening, man? Yeah, Diablo, that's exactly right. That could be all tied up into the guild and all that good stuff. That's true, Carr. This could be an actor from Europe that's not in it doing their own thing. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, the Dune IP is a US IP, or at least the the people who made it. So this whole thing's tied to it. I mean, it gets complicated though, I bet. I mean, it definitely gets complicated. Who knows? Trying to get a round of Frontline in before it ends today. There you go. Artillery Bug says it's not worth it. I've seen a couple of them. People obviously paid for it real quick. The 3D style makes it look very different from what it actually looks like. I'm assuming at some point it'll come out in its plain style without the 3D thing. Who knows how long it has to be exclusive this way? I don't know. Maybe Christmas, maybe next year, maybe never. I don't know. We haven't seen Arnie's the un-Arnie version of the M47 yet, so. I've heard people compare it to the T122. The thing about the 122, though, well, the 122 has a very usable turret. This thing's turret isn't anywhere near. Imagine a 122M with no armor on the turret. It hits hard, has a really long reload. Actually, it's right here. About the vehicle. There we go. So 400 alpha, 230 pen. What's the gold? Don't know. Somebody will know. 14.39 reload. Good gun depression at -9. Aiming time is decent. Dispersion's okay. Not amazing, but okay. And then, but this is the armor right here, guys. The turret. See, this is the unskinned version right here, guys. This is what it actually looks like. Without the Fremen space age armor on it. 86 turret. 86 turret. Artillery Bugs went to 25 and you couldn't stand it. You just had to slide the slider. I like it. I like it. That's enough for me. Let me just slide this here slider. You know you could have just kept playing, right? Or did you need to go back to your other battle pass? That's part of the argument. You know, there's another piece of the kind of screw job that Wargaming did to some extent. People are timing out their battle pass, right? They know they have to the 19th or 21st, whatever it is, 20th. So they're timing it out, happily going along, going, oh, I got this. Got it, no problem. And then they chuck this on top. And now you got 40 more levels. If you want the content, right? If you want the content. So now you have decisions to make. Do I finish the regular battle pass? Do I slide the slider? You know, if you're the cynical people will go, yep, they definitely really just got us with the FOMO on this one. And perception is often reality. Evidently, the camo changed the silhouette so much as created controversy as well. Yes, that is another discussion that has been in the CC channel. Because this is the model, dudes, right here. And the 3D style is so significant. It's interesting that it doesn't show here. Oh, here, wait, style. There we go. Oh, it does show it. Check it out. I mean, it's... Now, where's... Yeah, wow, look at that. It's hard to... Is that... So is that... spaced armor right there? It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the 3D sites where they show it. Look at this. None of this is here. None of that is there. Look at that. Oh, man. Is there actually spaced armor here? There's no spaced armor on the side skirts? Much of the gun mantlet is not there. Yeah, it's kind of goes to the same front piece, but it's very different looking. It's hard to tell. This is the worst part right here. This thing sticking back. Like, people could shoot this and think, oh, I'm going to hit the thing's turret. But there's no turret there, dudes. There's nothing past that. There's nothing there. Wow. Here, let's go take a look at Cliffy's link here real quick. So there is no armor, no side skirt armor. Can you see? They don't have the model. Do they have the modeled one? Are they actually a different number, or are they all? I see. This is the P, so it's not a separate tank. That's right. This is a 3D style. Okay. This is a 3D style. I keep thinking it's two different tanks. It's not different tanks. Let's do the hybrid here just for giggles. That's a wheel. All right, so that's the wheel armor. So they're slightly more armor right there. There is spaced armor, guys. Look at it. Up here there is. Maybe that's just part of the tank and not the skirt, but there's spaced armor. That's impacted armor. Why there's spaced armor every once in a while here? What? I just saw it. There we go. 20 millimeters spaced. Oh, it's this thing. It's this wheel. The return track or whatever it's called. Oh, that's interesting. So that upper wheel is what that is. There's another one there. Yeah, there's another one right there. Okay, so that's effectively spaced armor. Those little return rollers or whatever they're called. You can see them right here, these guys. All right, so that's what that is. So the skirt itself is nothing, as advertised. Obviously, there's nothing back here where that 3D guy is. This is just spaced armor, so it doesn't necessarily matter what's poking out right here, because none of this is a hitbox, it appears to me. It's just the spaced armor. And then you get some spaced armor here, 20 millimeters, which will give heat kind of a fit. And the rounded front is right there, so that's the hitbox piece, the rounded front. Well, there you go. Yeah, the style really sort of messes with it, doesn't it? Gets around over easy, DPM's horrible, gets spanked, lower tiers, yeah. And 400 is good, but not like scary good, especially if you consider it's at least 12 seconds out, probably even with a good loadout from shooting you again. What's its speed? 50. All right, that's not bad. It's not blazing, but it's not bad. 390 view range. That's pretty good for a tier 8. Yeah, I mean, I think it's serviceable tank. It's not horrible. All right. What else we got going on? Subject du jour. Oh, this was fun. Did you guys catch this in the store? Which is the one that they knocked down? Was it the Fremen Warrior that they changed from 5 to 2 available? Was that the one? There was something going on in the store. I didn't catch the whole thing in the CC Discord, but they changed gears on it. Does anybody know what that was all about? Because I didn't quite understand what was going on. I was not paying close attention to it, but something goofy happened with the packages in the store, and they completely changed. Let's see if I can find it here. Common test evolution. There was a special note about it too, but I don't know where that's gone to. Zimbo, what's happening, man? Yeah, at least it's not an autoloader. That's a good point. I don't remember where they actually did a information release on it. Anyway, they changed something up. People got irritated by it. But I found this to be freaking fascinating, dude. 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, 12,000 math in public for 3 commanders and some other stuff. And there aren't any battle pass points involved in any of this. There are 25, 50% credits, a bunch of times 5s. Some armor or some Styles. Harkonnen. Was it this one right here? Yeah, it's Darth Vader for sure. That's a lot, guys. That's $50 for 3 commanders and, you know, admittedly other goodies, but times 5 missions and some decals. 4,000 for a commander. Holy crap! And I love, absolutely love, how they're like, oh, normally we'd sell this one commander for 8,000 gold. Oh, really? Would you? The actual the actual hold on, this is funnier the more I look at it. What are they doing, man? This is such a crock. Oh man, this is incredible if you think about it. And usually I can kind of see what they're getting at, to be honest. But this thing, in theory, it's behind my head. But this one, in theory, is 16,700 gold normal price. 16,700 gold. That is $70. Honestly, Wargaming, come on, man. So the normal price, they want to advertise this thing as minus 70%. They want you to believe this thing is $70 freaking dollars for one character, some times 5s, some personal reserves, and a Worm Rider 2D style. $70. Now, it's discounted, man. All right, so we discount. We don't want you to pay $70, dude. We're gonna do you a solid. We're gonna do you a solid, and we're going to decrease that by 70%, fellas. Okay, we're doing you a solid. We're not gonna make you pay the full price that it's worth, in our opinion. And you only have to pay $24. Somebody explain to me the psychology, the stupidity of this pricing. We're gonna just chuck an idiotic number out, $70 for a character and some boosters. Let's just throw the dumbest number we can think of. Put a massive discount for, I don't know why. Why does it even show like that? Because they're trying to get people to believe that they're getting this freaking great deal, when in reality, for $20-something for one person isn't even a good deal. Never mind the $70 ripoff. Yeah, but sticker prices on cars, I don't think you 70%, man. This is a bridge too far. Minus 70%. You know what I'm saying? And I am generally supportive. You know that. I've talked about it a lot. I get the pricing system. I understand what they think stuff is worth. This is stupid. It makes them look dumb. I'm just going to say it, man. It makes them look dumb. 16,700 gold for this? Really? Really? Oh, but we discounted it 70%. What is it, on clearance? Have you had it out for 4 years and nobody bought it? Why is there a 70% automatic discount the second it comes out? It's idiotic. Yeah, good point. There it is, guys. Get them while they're hot, fellas. Fremen Warriors, 2 each. All right? And in case you didn't have enough, then get yourself a Harkonnen. You can get 5 of them bad boys, and they're worth 8,000 gold. You know what I'm saying? I mean, 8,000 gold for this, fellas. 8,000 gold, you know? Come on. You know what's even better about this? So look at the prices with the discount. Okay, they did. They discounted this one. They had to make it 70% discount to make it 5,000 gold, so that the next one lower was only 4,000 gold, but they had to make that one a 50% discount to get there. And then this one's 3,000 gold, and that one only needed a 60% discount. This what? Huh? Wait, what? This one's less because this one needs a 60% discount to be less off of 7,500, and this one needs a 50% discount to be 4,000 to be 1,000 gold above because it started at 8,000. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Now, if I'm looking at this and I say, from a game standpoint, what brings me the most bang for my buck if I'm not worried about prices? This one has missions, which brings you bonds, which it doesn't list what the F they are, to be honest. Is there any information on what those are and how much there is? It's not even listed. So who knows? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. It's out there now because people have bought it, and you can probably go on the forum and figure out what it is. But there's nothing here that tells you what these missions are that I can see. They can also, or they will. What does can mean? Does that mean I might not get them? 5 successive missions, bonds, missions, ×5, and training booklets. There's some stuff sitting there, but who knows how many of those there are. Are they listed on the website article? Okay. No sense putting it here, though, right? No sense doing that. No mission. 6 decals. So there's no missions here. Now that explains why this one is worth more, technically. Although it's discounted more to be worth less, because why not? It's awesome, man. This makes no sense. So I guess if you're looking for bonds and books, that might be a decent deal, especially if you've got gold stacked up that you had from last year and you got nothing to spend it on. I don't know, get yourself a commander, get yourself some missions, get some bonds and books, stuff like that. The interesting thing about this one is this right here, the 25 50% credit boosts. That's a good thing if you're trying to get credits. Like you're credit poor. It's going to cost you 5,000 gold, but same argument if you got a lot of gold sitting around and you don't have anything to do with it, go for it. And there you go, guys. It's nutty. It's nutty out there. Let's take a look. I said that we did have some information on Christmas. Well, check this out. Pretty cool. That's the World of Warplanes ad. Let's do this. All right, so this is the second leak. We'll get to the next tank in a minute. It's a tier 9, but apparently, according to this website, the new tier 8 Holiday Ops is the premium Type 63 Japanese heavy tank, the new heavy tanks with the gun cooling stuff. That's not that big of a surprise, right? There you go. There it is. Boom. So if you're into that gun cooling heavy tank thing, these are supposed to be, because the Japanese heavy tanks are the big box tanks, right? So this will be a little bit more in line with kind of standard World of Tanks, heavy tanks kind of idea. And so that's the first one. The next one is... We're getting close. I think it's on the next page. That's the Type 57 right there, which is the tech tree version. There's also a tier 7 Japanese heavy tank. So I'm assuming that's some kind of premium thing. 1057. Let's go one more, I think. Here's the well-deserved reward, according to this website, which is a Tier 5 promotional. The Panzer Kampfwagen 4 Aus F2. If you have 4 years or more, that's your tank. Dun, 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 dun. 752. And there's the other one. So the Tier 9 is apparently the Tiger Mouse 120T. And that is a Tier 9 heavy tank. You can see it sort of looks like a mouse and a tiger. It's got that 7501 or 02 or whatever sort of turret setting back there. Kind of looks like a mouse turret on an E100-esque chassis kind of idea. But that's apparently what we're getting. So we're getting a Tiger Mouse 120T and the Japanese heavy tank. Yeah, the boot. These guys don't care. They don't care. They're just looking for ad stuff. And there you go. There you go. Patch notes and comment tests indicate overwhelming positive response to the dynamic map events. Did the player base feel like? Yeah, I found that kind of odd, to be quite honest. We've talked about it in the past. The way they construct their surveys, it seems like kind of like it is part of their overwhelming positive response. Excuse me. I don't know. I guess people do like it, Pig. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. I could do without it. But there you go. I will say that I did like the fact that their article, let's go over to it because it's... let me find it here real quick. Battle Pass... Next Gen Maps. I kind of appreciated the article because they really sort of explained things, which I thought was good. They're talking about their new technology, their new maps, talking about the testing, the things they have to do to make it happen. They kind of showed messing around here with the 3D models and trying to figure it out. Selecting maps, all that stuff. Oh, that's what it looks like, huh? Yeah. Boom. Look at that. It's just going to scorch all those trees. Although, all this stuff is out of the play area. None of that's going to matter. You can't even go there. So really, it does... Well, it's hard to tell. Where's the center bush line? Oh, it's not going to touch this bush line. Okay, that's... Is that the magic bush line? It is. So. Okay. Oh no, that's funny. That is funny. The magic bush line. You won't. So if you're a light tank sitting in the magic bush line, and this thing comes blazing in, you can just chill, and everyone else who's fricking around over here, although I don't think anyone's going to be really in the middle right there, to be honest with you. There's no cover. It looks like it hits this, so I don't know if maybe this bush, maybe you can get hit if you're in your light tanks creeping up along the line into this bush area. I don't know if it damages anybody right there. But it doesn't touch that bush, and apparently it doesn't touch this, or does it? Because sometimes you can get your light tank here. Does that mean if I have my light tank here, I won't get nailed by it? It looks like it's coming at me, though. All this burns up, so I don't know. It creates a bush just south of the magic bush. Oh, right. It it does. That has to be wrong somehow. That's awesome. He's talking about this bush right here. Boop! It just plants a bush as it goes flying by. The guy tosses it out the back, and it just lands and plants itself. That's funny. What is that? I have to assume that something's incorrect there, but that's what it's showing. That's good. Oh man. Anyway, if you're interested in all that, the article is fairly straightforward on what they're doing. I did appreciate that. That's funny. It creates a magic bush. A new magic bush. Son of magic bush. December 5th. I knew I had the date. December 5th is supposedly the Christmas update with all that good stuff. All right, fellas. Well, that is it, man. That is all I've got for today. Hopefully we'll get Pilgrim back next week. We'll find out what he's been up to. Go on many tangents from there. Much appreciated you guys come by. I do appreciate the hype train and the subs. I am planning on streaming tomorrow, probably around sometime between 11 and 1. I'll get started Central. I'm not exactly sure when I'll get to it. Depends on other things I have to get done for the day. I'm about to shut this down, head on out, and I think I'm going to go see my the burnt down yacht club that I was formerly a member of. That's going to be very interesting as we try to figure out what we're doing with that. Maybe I'll be saving money every month. I don't know. Yeah, Sasquatch, hope you guys have a good week as well. We do have a Miserable Monday coming out tomorrow. I made a lot of Miserable Monday content yesterday. You won't see that until the next week, but I probably only saved half of what I could have. Yeah, man, I don't know. That sucks. Go see what... my understanding is it's pretty much a total loss. Just gutted. Someone was saying they're still sort of trying to put it out, the hot spot, so who knows. We'll head on down there, take a little walk. It's only a couple blocks away, see what's going on with that. Let's go raid somebody here. World of Tanks. Who we got? Don't know, Sasquatch. It's early. I have heard no scuttlebutt on what happened. Yeah, it was miserable. Zemke. I actually came back. Full disclosure, Zemke and I played a little bit afterwards after I calmed down a little bit. We did okay. Not great, but the second... Well, we played maybe another 45 minutes or hour, something like that. All right, let's go raid Grow Up Cider. That'll work. All right, guys, have a good one. Appreciate y'all coming by. We'll have a stream tomorrow. We'll see you next Sunday, if you don't see the stream, Tamale. Have a great week's rolling up to Thanksgiving, man. It's a good time of year, even though the world's a bit crazy, man. Hang in there, and we will see you. We're going to start this raid and get on out of here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See ya.